Harriet Tubman was born around 1822 in Maryland, USA. Her birth name was Araminta Ross. People called her Minty. She was born into slavery, worked long hours, and suffered brutal punishments. One day, a slave owner threw a heavy metal weight at another slave, but it hit Harriet in the head instead. She almost died. But from that day, she began having vivid dreams and visions that she believed were messages from God. Those visions guided her throughout her life. At age 27, Harriet made the most dangerous decision of her life to escape. She traveled almost 90 miles to freedom, mostly at night, following the North Star. She used rivers to hide her scent from dogs and moved silently through forests. Finally, she reached Pennsylvania and freedom. She later said, "When I found I had crossed that line, I looked at my hands to see if I was the same person. There was such a glory over everything." But Harriet did not stop there. Freedom was not enough for her. She went back to rescue others. Over the next 10 years, she made around 13 missions back into slave territory and freed more than 70 people herself and helped guide hundreds more. She worked with secret stations and conductors' safe houses run by abolitionists, a system known as the Underground Railroad. She carried a gun, not to threaten, but to protect, and to make sure no one turned back out of fear, because going back meant death for all. When the Civil War began, Harriet did not rest. She joined the Union Army first as a nurse, then as a spy. She led one of the most daring missions in the war, the Combahee River Raid, which freed over 700 enslaved people in one night. That made her the first woman in American history to lead a military operation. After the war, Harriet continued her mission caring for former slaves, orphans, and the elderly. She never became rich, but she never stopped giving. She once said, "I freed 1,000 slaves. I could have freed 1,000 more if only they knew they were slaves." Her story reminds us that freedom starts in the mind long before it reaches the body. Harriet Tubman died in 1913, but her spirit lives on. In 2016, the U.S. announced that her face will appear on the $20 bill, replacing Andrew Jackson. It's a symbol that courage, not cruelty, is what truly shapes a nation. So next time you feel powerless, remember this. Harriet Tubman changed the world, not because she had power, but because she refused to stay silent. If you were inspired by her story, do not forget to subscribe my YouTube channel.